Welcome to the deep dive. We got a great question from a listener in the Portland area who noticed something, a little strange. Why does getting your auto glass repaired in Lake Oswego seem to cost so much more than in the towns right next door?
It's the perfect question for a deep dive, really, because the answer isn't just about the glass. So our mission today is to unpack the reasons and figure out what's behind this premium of precision. We want to give you what you actually need to know when you see that repair quote.
I love that phrase, premium of precision. Okay, so let's start with the most, I guess, the most basic thing, the location itself. Before we even talk about cars or technology, what's the deal with Lake Oswego?
Well, the precision really starts with the overhead. I mean, as our sources point out, Lake Oswego is it's an affluent community, and that translates directly into really high operating costs for any business there.
You mean things like rent for the shop?
Exactly. Think commercial real estate, which is just dramatically higher than, say, T-Guard or Westland, plus higher insurance rates, all the local costs. A business has to build that into their price just to keep the lights on.
But wait, a lot of these places are chains, right? Does one location really justify that big of a price hike?
It really does.
Yeah.
For something immediate like a cracked windshield, you need a local shop. And the technicians who can handle these complex jobs, well, they often need a higher wage to afford to live and work there. So yeah, part of that premium is just the cost of doing business in that specific zip code.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's move from the place to the hardware,
Yeah.
the cars. It's no secret you see a lot of luxury and late model vehicles in LO. So how does the car itself change the job?
Oh, it changes everything. The complexity just skyrockets. We are so far past simple glass and a rubber seal now. These cars need premium, often acoustically treated glass. And the windshield, it's not just a window anymore. It's a piece of tech.
Right, it's got the rain sensors, the little heating wires.
Rain sensors, heating elements, sometimes even those heads-up displays are integrated right into the glass.
So that old idea of fixing a chip with a kit from the auto parts store is probably not a good idea on a new Audi.
Exactly. And the data shows this huge cost range because of it. A simple chip repair might still be, $75 to $150, but a full windshield replacement, that can easily start at $350 and go all the way up to $800 just depending on those features.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting for me. We've covered the location, we've covered the fancy glass, but I never considered that replacing a physical part means you have to mess with the car's, like its brain, its operating system.
That is the absolute game changer. And it's the real cost of precision. We're talking about calibration. If your car has advanced driver assistance systems, that's ADS.
That's the stuff like lane departure warnings or when the car brakes for you.
Exactly. All of those safety features, they rely on cameras and sensors that are mounted right there, behind the glass.
So when you swap the windshield,
You move those sensors, even if it's just a tiny, tiny bit. They have to be put back and then recalibrated with absolute precision. Think of it like a new pair of glasses. If the prescription is right, but the lenses are crooked in the frame, your vision is off. It's the same principle.
and I'm guessing you can't do that with just a wrench. That requires some pretty specialized equipment.
It does. And that's another cost baked into the quote. If you skip calibration, and some shops might to give you a lower price, your safety systems will not work correctly. This is directly tied to passenger safety. That premium you pay is for making sure the car's safety net is actually working.
So when we put it all together for you, the listener, what does this mean? That higher quote you see in Lake Oswego isn't just for a sheet of glass, it's for the whole package. The expertise, the modern equipment, and the right materials for a really complex vehicle.
Right. When you look at that quote, you're not just buying a replacement part. You're buying the certified skill and the proper tools needed to make sure your car's safety features are still fully functional. It's a modern car reality, and it's just amplified in a high-cost area like LO.
And that kind of leads us to a final provocative thought for you to take away. Does paying more right now for that certified correct calibration save you money? Or maybe something much more important down the road? It's something to think about, what the true cost of cutting corners on safety really is.